I am furious.
I'm furious for you.
And this is the last straw.
Yep.
I'm not watching her show anymore. I'm not going to talk about her anymore. I am going to unfollow her right now. Literally, I'm unfollowing her.
We traveled the country with a fucking picture of her fucking face and that they set up every fucking night on fucking
tour.
stage.
I have literally defended her.
When nobody else did.
When no one else did.
Who does she hate? Give it to Prince William. I mean, I'm petty as fuck. That's what I would do.
No, I'm not. No.
Okay.
I'm not. Listen, I love Kate Middleton.
I know. Well, now you're her number one motherfucking fan.
Number one fucking fan.
It's all falling apart for Meghan Markle in America. She is now being criticized by both major celebrities and major political figures too. Meanwhile, she decides to cash in on what has been a disastrous fortnight of headlines. I mean, let's think about it for one moment. The total failed reconciliation with King Charles after all of those leaks to the US media, which backfired, and the whole world thinking, you are just a total bitch, not even giving a damn about the fact that your dad is stuck on the 19th floor of a high-rise building. So in that context, Meghan thinks, oh, I know, I've got to use this negative coverage to push out my products which have already flopped using her totally bizarre calligraphy. As the Royal News Network put it, Meghan Markle might think her cursive is cute, but it's sometimes illegible. If she's going to continue trying to make it a thing, it would be smart to make it more digestible to a generation that wasn't taught cursive. And look, this was the post. I mean, seriously, this woman can't write. Okay, she can't write because it is impossible to read. The note says, let me tell you about the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees and the moon above. Then the post's caption completes the phrase, and a little thing called love. Obviously a reference from the 1965 song, The Birds and the Bees. What are you talking about? What are you thinking? But there's something really weird about the cursive, right? Queer Lips of Truth put it to me this way, writing, Meghan Markle's calligraphy is a perfect window into her soul, a swirling mess of vanity and pretension masquerading as elegance. What could be simple, legible script devolves into an overwrought spectacle of exaggerated loops, high flow and ascenders that reach for the heavens like they're auditioning for a royal decree, and those needless flickers at the ends of letters, little dramatic flourishes that scream, look at me, rather than convey actual words. No sane person writes like this in everyday life. It's the handwriting equivalent of wearing a tiara to the grocery store. All show and no substance, revealing a personality more concerned with performative sophistication than genuine communication. And he asked me for my thoughts, and I have to say, so there. I am so there for you. I don't know if other people have really picked up on this, but the calligraphy is totally weird. It's always been weird. It shows how she's always had this total elevated status about who she thinks she is, living in this pretend world, living in this fantasy world. And I just feel desperately embarrassed for her. Of course, she also decided to show off her living room, didn't she? So again, we know that this is all about trying to use what are very low moments in the life of her husband to try and continue to flog her product, which is not working. Let's be honest, the brand is as dead as a dodo, as I like to say. Meanwhile, let's get to this criticism now, which is coming from both the entertainment world and the political world. So first up, May Mailman. Now, she is Stephen Miller's top aide in the Trump administration. Goes on a major New York Times podcast, and in what was described as an extraordinary, entirely unprovoked salvo, really spoke about the fact that Meghan Markle's syndrome, that concept of woke victimhood, is a big part of the current downfall of not just America, but the West. Listen to this.
is a culture of victimhood, a glorification of victimhood that is ultimately bad for Western civilization and bad for the country. And I think you can notice it in little pieces, like when Justice Kavanaugh was going through his confirmation hearings, the need for grievance sessions, the need for coloring books, the amount of emotional support people needed to suffer through Trump's electoral victory. And I think that there's this culture that universities have been perpetuating. Maybe I call it Meghan Markle syndrome as well, where like the greatest good, the greatest height that you can be is a victim.
And then we come to Stassi, I think it is, Schroeder. Not someone who was on my radar, I've got to be totally honest, but a big reality star in the US, most famous for the Bravo series Vanderpump Rules. My fiance, totally obsessed with this woman, so he was giving me a bit of a rundown. But she has unfollowed Meghan Markle. And on her podcast, Stassi Schroeder talks to Taylor Strecker about exactly why she has done that after giving her years of support. Watch. Big news. Outspoken is now available as a podcast too. So please do subscribe wherever you get yours, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and make sure you rate and review. I'll take 5 stars, if you may.
I am furious.
I'm furious for you.
And this is the last straw.
Yep.
I'm not watching her show anymore. I'm not going to talk about her anymore. I am going to unfollow her right now. Literally, I'm unfollowing her. Like, done. Like, when you're sending PR boxes to people who talk shit about you, like Claudia and Jackie don't talk shit about her.
Right.
But they literally, they've questioned her.
Right.
And they also say, I wonder what Stassi's thinking about this.
Yes.
I wonder what Stassi's thinking about this because Stassi's her #1 fan. Everyone fucking knows. No longer.
No longer.
Unfucking follow.
Damn, honestly, you know what's so fucked up?
I'm like, my feelings are hurt, and I'm a toxic fan. I'm fine with it. I was a toxic fan that is now a toxic hater.
I will say this. I think that now that you unfollowed her, you're going to fucking get a PR package. It's this really weird. Do you think that it's like, do you think it's like PTSD from the royal family? If you don't like question her, abuse her, like if you like her, she like thinks you're crazy, maybe now she'll finally get the fucking picture.
I hope. I think that it is like, I've thought about it now. And I think that, first of all, the strategy to pay attention.
It was living rent free in my head.
The strategy to pay attention to your haters and not your fans is so fucking batshit crazy.
It really is.
I think it's her way of trying to control the narrative. I think she's controlling.
So she's like, kill them with kindness. Kind of a vibe.
She's like, it's like Blake Lively.
It's giving Blake Lively.
It's giving control freak Blake Lively.
Yep.
And I'm out. I'm tapping out.
Oh, it's totally giving Blake Lively. And of course, she was referring to the sisters, Jackie and Claudia Oshry of the podcast The Daily Toast, who did receive that PR package from As Ever, despite being critical of Meghan in the past. I think we know, though, why Meghan is dissing Stassi and ignoring her, because remember, Stassi was caught up in one of those ridiculous 2020 sort of Black Lives Matter, Me Too scandals, and you know what it's like with Meghan Markle. If anyone is caught up in any scandal, even if we're talking about Tyler Perry, she just ditches them for good. But there was more. Listen to this.
So last night,
yes,
I heard a rumor that got confirmed today.
That
I was going to just ask you on air, but I got confirmation. So last night, I saw a little comment that said Claudia Oshry,
yes,
got Meghan Markle's PR package.
Oh,
and I'm like, I'm going to ask Taylor this.
Oh my God, this is so
live
fucking funny
on the podcast. And then I was listening to the Toast as I was doing my makeup today, and it is confirmed that both of them, both her and Jackie, have received the PR package.
So it was about, I'm happy you're bringing this up because it felt like I had a secret from you.
Okay.
Claudia did not bring this up to me, but I saw it on her story about, I'm going to say 3 or 4 days ago. And I was panicked. And I said to Taylor, Stassi's not going to be okay. Like, this is really, like, I'm mad at Meghan Markle now.
Oh,
I was already miffed, but now I am furious. And it's not that Jackie and Claudia aren't deserving, but like, girl, You have to love and respect you. You have to appreciate your fans. And this is a bold, example of a lack of fan appreciation. You are numero uno. We traveled the country with a fucking picture of her fucking face and that they set up every fucking night on fucking
my tour.
stage.
I have literally defended her.
When nobody else did.
When no one else did. Like, literally.
You've got me defending her.
I know. I'm recruiting people. And I have filmed videos about it. I've commented on all the things. I have literally had my fucking PR reach out.
And Stassi was actually notified. This is hilarious. That she was going to be sent a PR package from As Ever, but it never arrived. Now, this was about 5 months ago. She's still waiting.
Okay, so they were reached out to and told that they were getting this, and
Isn't
then they got it.
Isn't that kind of crazy, though, that, you get reached out to and you're told, and by the way, you're getting a package from Meghan Markle.
Oh, no, wait, I was told.
How self-important.
I was told
what?
4 or 5 months ago, and it never arrived, so I was tricked.
What is happening?
And there was, a full week that went by that I would wake up and be like, is this the day?
It's, so sad.
No, it was so sad. I am really done. I'm going to just channel my, fan passion into something else. Funnel that into something else.
Yeah, who does she hate? Give it to Prince William. I mean, I'm petty as fuck. That's what I would do.
No.
Okay.
I'm not. I love Kate Middleton.
I know. Well, now you're her number one motherfucking fan.
Number one fucking fan.
P-Dina, look, you've got to decode this for me because this is all coming from America, of course. But it's interesting, isn't it? Because it's you've got the political world turning very much diagnosing this Meghan Markle syndrome of victimhood. But she hasn't been able to keep the influencers on side either.
It is just so funny listening to them speak, though, it's just so American. And Meghan is just the kind of person that she'll never win. These are the people that you need to count on to be there to speak on your behalf, to defend you. And she can't even keep these people happy. I mean, Meghan is the worst of the worst. I'm sorry. This woman is just such a laughing stock. She is just pathetic. It just really shows me how bad it really is for Harry. I mean, this man is royalty. You have this sideways, crooked looking woman, on your side trying to make something of herself with all this support of name recognition from your husband's family, and you can't even make that work because your attitude, your behavior is so nasty and corruptible. I mean, you just are the worst of the worst. I think Meghan girl, it is a wrap. Just hang up your towel, just go away. Because look, if these people are turning on you, what do you expect? Who else is going to be there for you? Meghan is the kind of person that she does these things to people and other people watch, and eventually she'll do it to the people that support her, as we can see right here, So,
100%.
Yeah.
And the thing is, when it comes to Stassi, though, I am absolutely convinced it is down to that very minor scandal which got her cancelled in 2020. And of course, the irony is that Meghan Markle is the one that has been cancelled for her lies and her racism, anti-white racism against the royal family, because she was claiming discrimination that didn't exist. Yet anyone else, P-Dina, who has been caught up in even the smallest public scandal, she doesn't want to touch them.
She doesn't want to touch them, right?
Unless it's Chrissy Teigen.
Yeah, right, exactly. I don't know what she's thinking, though. It's you have done so many bad things, and then when someone else does something that you don't like you go, what, you're just going to ignore them? It's going to make you look good all of a sudden? No, there is something wrong with this woman. Something seriously wrong with her. I mean, she can't even be a real friend to anybody. I don't understand why anybody would even think of supporting her, seeing how she treats her family, her friends, her husband's family. Like that speaks to, I think, people's behavior because, you see how Megan treats people and you support her. That says something about you, is what I think. This
Yeah,
woman
indeed.
it's a wrap.
And the May Mailman thing is really interesting to me because she is a rising star in the Trump MAGA universe. There she is. And this idea of Meghan Markle syndrome, I've been thinking about it a lot, and it's so true, isn't it? Because she's right. What Meghan Markle has done is manufacture trauma in the service of success. And when you think about that, P-Dina, it is such a horrendous thing to do because it absolutely belittles people who have had to deal with real trauma in their lives. Meghan Markle has lived one of the most privileged lives possible. Her upbringing was utterly incredible in California. And she had to manufacture trauma. And even when she entered the royal family, she had to manufacture trauma. And I think it is a really, really disturbing thing that is happening amongst a woke generation. And I think we've got to call it out. So I quite like this idea of Meghan Markle syndrome catching on because you don't want it. You don't want your kids to have it, right? Like, don't be a victim if you're not a victim. And Meghan Markle, you were never a victim, ever.
Never.
No one views you as a victim.
Yeah, I think that's the new thing, Meghan Markle syndrome. That's a real thing now.
Yeah.
Because, Meghan is not somebody who's ever been a victim. And I think this society has become that. A lot of times people, even around racism, people want to claim racism. They want to be a victim when they don't have a reason to be a victim. And it's just so like the culture around even, I think, African American people and those that support Meghan. They want to be the victim. And I think Meghan has been the poster child for that, trying to be a victim when you haven't had anything to, cause you to be a victim. So, yeah, this is something that I think is a real thing. Absolutely. Because usually the people that you find that support Meghan are those kind of people that want to claim racism when there was no racism, and so, yeah, they support someone like Meghan because she is the poster child for it.
Well, absolutely. And P-Dina, on that point, I just want to come to the big royal story of the week, right? Which has been this total collapse of the reconciliation between Prince Harry and King Charles because of this ludicrous tit for tat, clearly started in Montecito. But just before we get there, you talk about those racism lies and remember, there was so much hypocrisy. And this is why I think we cannot trust what Meghan and Harry are telling us now in regards to who briefed what to whom. Because when it came to their lies about racism in the royal family, they expected us to believe that black was white. Watch this compilation. But first, if you're like me, you've spent so much time trying to find the perfect skincare treatments for your face, only to realize you're neglecting this area, right? The skin on your neck. But I have noticed, as I'm in my 40s, that is a massive oversight because the neck is on display all the time, yet so many folk just treat it as an afterthought in their routine. But so many women in the Outspoken audience will know that the skin on your neck is thinner, more delicate, and less oily than facial skin, which means it requires specialized care. That's why I was completely blown away when I received and oh my goodness, I love it. How beautiful is this? The Go Pure Tighten and Lift Neck Cream, a product transforming the lives and the necks of women, and I have to say, some men too, all across the globe. It's a gorgeous product. I saw a noticeable difference within just weeks, and I know that it can become a game changer for you too. And the big news is Outspoken viewers and listeners get 25% off Go Pure using the code DAN at checkout, D-A-N. Just head to gopurebeauty.com/Dan, use the code DAN, and you're all set. Go Pure's proprietary firming complex is designed to visibly firm and smooth the skin on your neck and your chest, actually, if you want to use it there too, in as little as 4 to 8 weeks. In a consumer study, 100% of users said their skin looked more supple, 97% noted a firmer appearance. What incredible numbers! Indeed, Go Pure's full line of science-backed skin and body care have delivered for over 100,000 real women with real results. Dermatologist recommended, cruelty-free. I know how important that is for so many of you. And with over 1 million jars sold, this beauty secret can no longer be called a secret, right? So tighten, lift, and restore elasticity in your neck, because your skincare routine shouldn't stop at your jawline. For a limited time, Outspoken viewers and listeners get that whopping discount, 25% off. You just have to use the code DAN at checkout. So head right now to gopurebeauty.com/Dan. Use the code Dan and you're all set. And after you do buy, do us a little bit of a favor. When they ask where you heard about Go Pure, tell them it was after watching Outspoken. But now, back to the show.
And I will say, I've never used the R word.
No. I'm still going to call it racism.
In the Oprah interview, you accuse members of your family of racism. You don't even...
No, we didn't.
Well,
the British press said that. And the specifics around her race, did Meghan ever mention that they're racist?
And if a member of his family will comfortably say, we've all had to deal with things that are rude. Rude and racist are not the same.
This is about race.
Attacks on them were different because of race.
Because this was different, you know.
It's different because of the race.
That is racism.
So, like, why should we trust them now?
Right. Yeah. I mean, Megan has tried to gaslight people, and
Yes, that's the
Harry
word.
is just delusional and everything. It's like what I say on my channel. I'm giving you the side eye. What are you talking about? This couple has tried. They don't know what they're doing. They are just scrambling, trying to make something of themselves. And I mean, they just fall to the racism. And oh no, Harry's like, no, it wasn't racism. And Megan's like, oh yes, it was. Yes, it was. Like, get on the same page, please. You guys are completely, like I always say, not aligned in purpose in everything that you do. This couple is backwards in terms of, they're trying to walk together. That, Harry's trying to go one way, Meghan's going the other, and they are a walking disaster. And anybody that gets behind them, this whole support with this humanitarian award, whatever, that's not good for your brand, because this is the couple that you are going to use as your representation of the work that you do, and they can't even be in agreement on the things that they speak about, what they do, their mission, how they treat people. It's so, I think, disgusting. It looks like they're desperate, these company that is trying to work with them. I mean, maybe they've been paid, and yeah, okay, it's good for them, but Meghan and Harry are just a walking contradiction. They don't know whether they're coming or going. They're trying to figure it out. They are a lost couple. And Harry needs to get out as quick as he can, because he's going down with her.
100%, because P-Dina, it's like the whole thing was maybe recoverable, right? Because when you think about it, so there was that first leak from Montecito to Us Weekly magazine, which said, oh, the reunion was like so emotional and Harry was crying, and it really sort of tried to paint this picture. It had clearly come from Meghan, right, via her team, because it tried to sort of paint a very Hollywood style picture of what happened at the meeting. And so really all that was happening in the story that was then given to the Sun newspaper. And of course, there's lots of consternation about, did that story come from Harry and Meghan? But their UK team, or did it come from Prince William, or did it come from Buckingham Palace? And we don't know. And the Sun is not saying so, apart from the fact that they're standing by the story. But what we do know is that they were telling the truth about what had actually gone down in the meeting between Charles and Harry, right? It wasn't like this Hollywood reconciliation with tears and hugs. It was a cold, formal meeting. And that is because Charles is so nervous, for obvious reasons, given everything that's happened over the past few years. But as I say, I think if Harry had just kept his trap shut, it was almost like, okay, well, you released your version to Us Weekly. Now the facts have been balanced up in this release to the Sun, right? Not really much damage done. But then comes his bombshell statement on the Saturday night, because he just cannot resist. Then comes the leak to the Mail on Sunday, blaming the men in grey suits and like going down this dark conspiracy path, which we know he goes down a lot of the time, right? Because it's also the whole thing about the security and the fact, the royal family probably secretly want me dead. Like it's nutty stuff. And anyway, Shooter Scoop reports that it was Meghan Markle, of course, who with Harry drafted this statement. And it is the statement, P-Dina, and the briefing to the Mail on Sunday that has done so much damage to Harry rather than the actual story on the Saturday, which he could have just ignored. So yet again, Meghan's getting involved, and you almost have to believe, P-Dina, that she is purposefully trying to sabotage this.
Yeah, I think she is, absolutely, because I mean, that would not be good for her, for Harry to get back with his family. And I mean, that's where you need to look. It would not be in Meghan's interest. So, of course, she would be the one sabotaging this relationship because not only that, that's what she has a history of doing. I did a video talking about and even showing the times when she's been caught actually contributing to something and lied about not being a part of it. That's what Meghan does. You think Harry, her husband, is any different? Like she would have any loyalty to him? No. So yes, Meghan is the culprit. She is the one that is doing these things to sabotage Harry because it is in her interest that he does not have this relationship with his family. She wants that. She wants to control the narrative. She is the one that wants to set the tone for anything that Harry is trying to do. And he is the fool out there thinking he's trying to do something to get back with his family when, unbeknownst to him, the woman he's sleeping with is the one sabotaging him. So, like, wake up out of your ignorance, Harry, and get with the game because this woman is the one that is causing you all these problems. And I think Harry's family knows that. They know, I believe, she is behind it all. That's why the king is so overprotective of anything that he does with Harry because really, you've got Meghan in Harry's ear, and he doesn't want anything to do with her because of what she does. So yeah, I mean, Meghan is just a nightmare. She is no good.
I know, but the thing is, P-Dina, they think that we're stupid, okay? Especially Harry and Meghan, because remember, we know how they play this because they were even playing it in a particular way when they were in the British royal family. And I mean, I will never forget the emails sent between Jason Knauf, who's obviously now Prince William's right-hand man, but at the time was working for William and Harry. The emails sent between him and Harry negotiating how they were going to lie effectively about the fact that they had cooperated with that very odd guy, Omid Scobie, the Michael Jackson impersonator one, for his tissue of lies, finding freedom. And it's all there. It's all there in black and white because it came out in the court case, right? Like Harry basically saying, yeah, it's really important that you go and speak to them, but of course we have to have deniability. It's like,
yeah,
this is your whole game plan. And look, that isn't the game plan of Prince William and King Charles. That isn't how they do things. But for you to say to them that they should never be able to speak to the media, that they should never be able to correct lies, is totally insane and deranged, given the types of relationships that you have had with the media in the past, but also continue to have today.
Right.
Because it's like, we know what's happening with Us Weekly. Like, I've been talking about the Us Weekly thing for months because the former editor of People magazine, Dan Wakeford, he lost a job. He had to get back in with Us Weekly. So he goes to Us Weekly where he takes over and basically says, I had the relationship with Harry and Meghan at People magazine. I'm going to take over and I'm going to bring the scoops and I'm going to steal the scoops from People magazine to Us Weekly. And so now Harry and Meghan are delighted because they have the two biggest supermarket tabloids in America, People magazine and Us Weekly, fighting for their affections. So when that story appeared in Us Weekly, it's like so obvious where it came from,
Right. It's like people aren't stupid. I mean, we're in a different age right now.
Yeah.
Like we're more savvy to how this media PR thing works. And Megan is, I think not going to make the headway that she thinks she's going to make. She's going to do these things and we're going to always know where it's coming from. We're literally watching her be her own demise, her own enemy because of everything she does. Like we can see her pulling the strings. So we're on to her. It's ridiculous. And it's like, when is Harry going to wake up to see that, he is in bed with the woman that is trying to sabotage him and what is really close to him? I mean, you talk about mental health. His mental health, I mean, is really, I think, compromised because of what he's going through with her. And I think he'll never be able to make sense of it. It'll always be something that is going to baffle him because he doesn't want to wake up to what the truth is. And the truth is that Megan is, I mean, not going to be there for you and to support you. Look at what she's done to your family. I think Harry is going to be the one that is going to be the biggest loser, the one who's going to suffer the most because he really thinks that Megan has his best interest. And I mean, this is sadistic. This is evil. This is just so wrong, especially like when you talk about your mental health, playing these games, doing all of this is very detrimental to one's well-being, and psychologically, how can he ever overcome what she's doing? I mean, I don't have sympathy for Harry, but at the same time, I don't think he understands how bad it really is for him with this woman. That is, I think, the biggest problem for him because he's trying to make sense of his life, trying to get something back, and it will never happen. It's quite sad what's happening.
Brilliant analysis as ever, P-Dina. And if you do want to watch that video that P-Dina referred to earlier, it really is worth it. Make sure you subscribe to her YouTube channel, P-D-I-N-A. P-Dina, thank you so much. We will speak next week. But of course, if you do want first access to our Royal Uncancelled After Show, then make sure you sign up to my Substack. www.outspoken.live is the address. You'll get twice the length of content that you have just seen every single weekday with the best royal reporters and commentators and analysts in the world, like Lady Colin Campbell and Angela Levin and the Royal News Network. www.outspoken.live is the address. Substack's a really important platform for me, focused on free speech. It protects me from big tech cancellation. So your support on there means the world. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching Dan Wootton Outspoken. Please click on my face just to the bottom left to subscribe to this brand new independent news source and turn on the notification bell so you'll be alerted to our brand new live shows, uncancelled interviews, and special royal episodes. Outspoken is also now available as a podcast, so you can listen to the show every weekday on the go, wherever you are.